I was like, damn, this kid is talented.
This kid, he's different. I mean, he's like you when he can change those directions and he can split pick and rolls, and then he's explosive coming out of it.
Anthony Edwards is coming. I don't know why nobody is talking about this. I don't know why he's not getting any credit, but I don't even think he's near his potential right now. 2 days ago, we made a video about Anthony Edwards. Weirdly enough, I even stated this in that video. That was the first time we've even spoken about Anthony Edwards on this channel. I may have brought up his name here and there in previous videos, but it's the first time we actually talked about him and only him. The main topic of that video, and if you do want to check it out for yourself, it's only 8 minutes, it's not too long, but like I was saying, the main topic was how all these new rumors were coming out that Anthony Edwards is looking like a quote-unquote monster in the offseason workouts. There has been many close sources to the Timberwolves that have said he has taken his game to a completely different level. To make a really long story short, it's looking like Anthony Edwards has potentially already gotten scarier than what he was before. If you had to ask me, and I think it's more than fair to say this, and I think many of you would agree with this, he was already scary. Whoa. Hold on. Let me pump the brakes. I know exactly what you're sitting there saying. Yo, Matt, we just talked about him. Why are we making another video only 2 days after? I'm glad you asked that question, my friend. Ironically enough, or really, I guess would be coincidentally enough, there was some more news breaking out about Anthony Edwards right after I posted that video. No other than yours truly, Dwayne Wade, the legend himself, and Andre Iguodala had some very interesting stuff to say about Anthony Edwards in their new podcast they posted a day ago. We're going to talk all about that. You are not going to want to miss it, but I also want to bring up something that I brought up in the previous video, and I want to piggyback off of it in this one. I'm asking you guys, I really want to know, am I the only one who finds it odd that nobody talks about Anthony Edwards? You don't see tweets about him, you don't see media coverage about him, you don't see ESPN talk about him? Nobody. May I remind you, he was the first overall pick in 2020. That was only 2 years ago. Honestly, if I was in his shoes, I wouldn't want it any other way. He was the first overall pick. He's balling out in the NBA. He is living his dream. He's got all the money in the world, and still nobody stirs up any drama. I know I can't be the only one that finds that bizarre, and he's so low under the radar that I didn't even think of it until I actually made the video on him yesterday. Think about it. LaMelo Ball, he's always in the news. Chet Holmgren, Paolo Banchero, any player that was drafted in the top 3 in the recent years, they're always going to be in the media. But yet, somehow, some way, Mr. Anthony Edwards, he lays under the radar, and it's kind of disrespectful because the man should be getting way more credit. If you didn't watch the recent video I made on him, we talked about how it's being stated and rumored that Anthony Edwards is looking like a monster in the offseason workouts. Apparently, according to the sources, he is working harder than he ever has in his life. He's going all in, and that's why I think it is bad news for all these opposing teams and defenses, because I don't know what his potential is. This isn't a knock on his character or game. It's the same exact thing with LaMelo Ball. It almost looks like he's playing in slow motion out there. The game comes so easy to him. For the past 2 seasons, he's been averaging a cool 20 points per game, shooting around 44% from the field and 35% behind the three-point line, and I don't even know if he's near as half good as he can be. And on my previous video, somebody that works out with Anthony Edwards had to say this: I'm helping work out with Ann in this offseason, and honestly, you don't know the half. And by you, he's referring to me. He's going to make an MVP Defensive Player of the Year type of leap this season. I'm witnessing it personally. Shout out to Skill Doctor. I hope you're right, and this is just another example of more sources coming out and saying he's already getting better. It's just like everywhere I look and every single day that goes by, somebody else is coming out and saying, oh yeah, Anthony Edwards, that kid, he's phenomenal. Remember that for later in this video, but let's take a look at what Andre Iguodala and Dwayne Wade had to say about him in their podcast.
I was like, damn, this kid is talented. You know what I mean? Like, watched him, he looked like he had a LeBron body in high school, right? And so just following him in Georgia and following his early career, like I'm with, you know, Egg is like, this kid is very, very talented. And I'm 6'4". He's about what, 6'7", 6'8"?
Hold on. Dwayne Wade, I respect you. But come on, man. Anthony Edwards, 6'8"? Did you take a perk 240 before this podcast? What are you on? Bro, Anthony Edwards at max. If you want to say he's 6'6", okay, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. But many people know he's only about roughly 6'5". And even saying 6'5" is pushing it, many think he's only 6'4". But there is no way, not a single chance, he's 6'8". I have seen him stand beside LeBron, and there is no shot he is 6'8". Not even close.
No, he's not that tall. He's only like 6'3" and a half. I thought he was.
I think he like 6'5". No, Dre swears he's short.
He's 6'4". When I played him in the season, I heard he grew again. So yeah. I'm expecting to see, you know, a kid that's looking me eye to eye or above, and I'm looking down on him, and Bro, you only 6'4". You didn't grow that much. He was like, nah, who said I grew?
Okay, thank you, Iguodala, with some common sense. He stated it. He's only 6'4".
He's 6'4", and that's what makes it crazier. The kid came at me full speed one time, and he did an in and out, and there was absolutely nothing I could do. I'm like, it's time for me to wrap it up. This kid, he's different. I mean, he's like you when he can change those directions and he can split pick and rolls, and then he's explosive coming out of it. It's insane. And
he knows all of it too.
All he need 2 months of Miami basketball, and it's over with.
He needs 2 months of the culture,
and it's over. Oh my God, that kid's got it.
I'm not an Andre Iguodala fan. I don't know anybody out there that's going, oh yeah, Andre Iguodala is the greatest of all time, or that's my favorite player. But I think we all respect him. To go along with that, I also think Andre Iguodala is a credible source. He's played for so many different teams, and he's also won a Finals MVP. With that being said, I do want to address the last part to his statement, and it's always controversial when you bring up the Miami Heat, where he stated he needs 2 months of Miami basketball and it's over with. If you don't keep up with the NBA, you more than likely have no idea what that means. I'll try to dumb it down. The Miami Heat culture is what Andre Iguodala is talking about, and everyone thinks the Miami Heat, they have an awesome culture, and they're just all about winning basketball. In other terms, Iguodala is saying if Anthony Edwards does go to Miami, it'll help his game out tremendously. It's controversial, like I said, and you see these replies. A lot of people think the quote-unquote Heat culture, it isn't a real thing. I believe in the Heat culture, and I'll explain why. Let me give some context. No, I'm not a Heat fan, and actually, even more context, I don't even have a favorite team in the NBA. I'm as unbiased as it gets. I keep up with the NBA, and I like a lot of the young players, but I don't even have a favorite team. Here's where a lot of your casual fans are about to get lost, so if you haven't paid attention to a single thing I've said in this video, you better lock in right now. Your average Joes out there who just watch sports and have never played it, they won't even understand this either. Most people think winning in the NFL and winning in the NBA, it is as simple as, okay, we need the best players on our team, but it is much more than that. Yes, it is nice to have a lot of great players on your team, and it's nice to have the best of the best, but it's not everything. We've seen it time after time. You see all these super teams, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, James Harden, they never work out. Why don't they work out? It's not some complicated reason. It's simple. It starts up front with the front office and the GM and the head coach. I'm going to try to keep it rather simple, but it is a major butterfly effect, and you could dive into deep of the president of operations and all that good stuff. The reason the Miami Heat have been so good for so long and so relevant for so long is because of Pat Riley and Eric Spoelstra. The people that run the Miami Heat, I'm talking about the president of operations, the GM, every single person involved, they're geniuses. They have installed that winning culture, and that is hard to find in professional sports. A great example of this in the NFL is the same exact thing with the Los Angeles Rams. The Los Angeles Rams front office is about as good as it gets right now. I would say right now at this given time and moment, the top two organizations in the NBA, and I don't even think it's close, it's got to be the Golden State Warriors and the Miami Heat. Look at the Warriors, their front office, geniuses. Look at the Heat, geniuses. Last but not least, and I'll end the video off here, it's already been way too longer than I anticipated it to be, I don't know if this is a coincidence or it's just how it is. And what I mean by that, look at where the Warriors, look at where the Heat, and look at where the Los Angeles Rams are located, in some of the best places in the United States. All these top NBA basketball players, they would love to go to Golden State. All these top basketball players, they would love to go to the Heat. It's some of the best living weather there is. Same thing for the Rams. Look at where they're located. Los Angeles. Who doesn't want to live there? Just because you do live in a nice city, it doesn't mean your front office is going to be better, so that's why I do think it is a coincidence. The only slight concern I do have with Edwards is he does play for the Timberwolves. I don't want to say that's a poverty franchise, but I don't think he's going to reach his full potential playing for the Timberwolves, and I mean that respectfully. I could be wrong on that. I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Here's what I do know, though. Anthony Edwards is coming. I don't know why nobody is talking about this. I don't know why he's not getting any credit, but I don't even think he's near his potential right now. You better pay attention to old Ant-Man. I am very curious. Let me know your thoughts down below, but road to 1 million!